Well, good morning and welcome to Harvest Launceston. It's 8:30, the market is open and it is finally a beautiful day here in Launceston. We're going to be up for a top of 17 degrees. Now guys, I'd love you to do one thing for me. Give us a like if you're on Facebook Live right now and just share this out. What we do each and every week, we go and feature some of our wonderful store holders and really find out about their story and why they come to Harvest Launceston and why they sell and why they make what they do. And we've got a wonderful stall and we're getting some really good crowds here today. We do have live music, so please pop on down and we're open till 12:30. Now, we're actually with one of our popular stall holders today and we're going to talk all things pork. So come with me. You might know who we're going to actually go and talk to. He's actually already serving a customer, but we'll duck in here.
Hello.
How are you? Welcome, Guy.
Yes.
From Mount Gnomon. Mate, we've got our viewers out there on Facebook Live right now.
Yep.
Everyone always wants to know why a store holder does what they do. Tell our viewers out there, why did you get into pork? Tell us about the story.
Oh, that's a big story. I wanted to see about 12 years ago whether you could actually farm pigs in a free-range way. Like I grew up with free-range pigs and I've seen the industry go towards white pigs inside and I wanted to see if you could have the older breeds outside the way I grew up as a kid.
Great, excellent. So you mentioned growing up as a kid, so you lived on a farm? Or?
Yeah, we grew all our own food and it was really important to, I guess, to experience like food from the source, and I just thought everyone lived like that. But it wasn't until I actually moved out of home that I realised that people didn't have pigs in their backyard and chickens and a big vegetable garden. So, and then I just wanted to share the food that I experienced growing up as a kid with the public.
So it was really a passion from being grown up on a farm, seeing what your parents did, and then going, well, this is the way I remember it, and then seeing what the general public does with mass marketing and mass production these days, and wanting to bring it back to basics.
Yeah, I guess so. I wanted the childhood experience as a kid where we could go out to the garden and pick fresh produce and have meat from everything from home, and I guess I consider some of the happiest days of my life was just going out in the backyard, and I thought, well, if I can do that for a living it'd be great, but I wasn't anticipating the 4:30 alarm going off every Saturday morning to go to the market to make it possible, but it's definitely a lifestyle choice.
Yeah, so tell us about this. So you've bought a farm, and was it just a passion project? Did you believe it was going to ever get to the size it is now? Because you've been operating for nearly 10 years, or? Yeah,
over 10 years. Probably not. So we moved into the farm with like 12 pigs, and we had no plan for what it was going to become. It's grown very organically, and it's been exciting.
Yeah, awesome. And when you said about white pigs, I just noticed this then, so naturally got mass production. What type of breeds do you have? Because to our viewers out there, they might not have any understanding of those different breeds. Tell us a little bit about your pigs.
Yeah, sure. So we started off with the Wessex Saddleback pig, and we also have Hampshires. And the Wessex Saddleback, when we first got them, there was less than 300 breeding sows left in Australia and in the world. So we wanted to support a rare breed. They'd nearly become extinct because they matured early and they produced a lot of fat. So we tried to market them direct because they couldn't compete with the white pigs and weren't suited to intensive production. So, but lovely pig to look after and really tasty, so we thought it was a really nice breed we could support.
Awesome. And how many pigs do you now have on the farm?
It varies like throughout the year sort of thing, but we probably average around 300.
Okay, wonderful. Now, naturally, you've had this inception, you started growing the farm, it's getting a little bit bigger than Ben Hur. It started evolving from my understanding. Tell our viewers out there, you're not just growing pigs and certainly providing products to the consumer. What else are you growing out there?
Yeah, I suppose we've learned to I guess, diversify. We built a butchery and a restaurant on our farm, so we've got a big kitchen garden. We also planted 1,000 cider trees about 6 years ago. And next week we actually launch our cider produced from our heritage cider apples. So more and more we want, we're located at the end of an O3 road on the northwest coast at the back of Penguin. So we think a beverage is going to be really important for people to come and visit the farm and have a great experience.
So consumers can come and actually visit you on the farm. They can see your happy pigs.
Yeah, we're open
enjoying all the farm.
Exactly. We're open for lunch Saturdays and Sundays, and people can come for tasters. And from next week we'll have bacon beer and our own cider, as well as a French charcuterie made at the farm.
Great.
And just have a real plate experience.
Brilliant. Now tell us about bacon beer.
Yeah.
What's that all about? Because I love bacon and I love beer, and putting them together, I think for a lot of people out there, is like a marriage made in heaven.
Yeah, I want to call it Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy.
Yeah, I liked Miss Piggy. And did you know that if you get a take-home container of alcohol that's smaller than the growler, the smaller version, it's called a squealer? So can you imagine taking Miss Piggy home in a squealer?
Squealer.
Yeah.
There we go.
But no, bacon beer, I don't know, it just come about because I thought, can you get the flavours of bacon into beer? But then I Googled it and it's not original because it's actually done a fair bit in the US. And a lot of bacon, a lot of beer originally had a sort of bacony ham flavour because the malt was actually cooked and smoked over flames. So a lot of traditionally beer. So what we've done is we smoked the malt at the same time as the bacon, and we've been working with a local brewery here in the north to make us some bacon beer.
Yep, beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome. So with the farm, what's your vision for the future? Have you got to a size now where you've got people coming and actually seeing the operation of the farm, you've got the restaurant and cafe? What's the vision for the future? What can we look forward to?
I think more and more it's going to be about creating experiences that people travel to enjoy. We've got a really beautiful kitchen garden and environment, and I just want more and more people to come to the farm and experience it really, and hopefully get a better work-life balance, and to work with the community, and that's what it's all about.
Really inspire people to come back to basics.
Yeah, I think so. I just think people like when they come to northwest Tasmania in particular, it's sort of rolling green hills. It's like Australia's oasis, particularly with climate change. If they can venture out and have a lunch where all the food's produced on farm, we can grow so many different things on those beautiful red soils. And if people can experience like vegetables straight from the garden,
flavour,
apples from the orchard, quince from the orchard, and then combine with free-range ethical meat, then we think that's a really unique operation.
So very much when people actually come to your farm and when they have a meal there, the farm they see, everything really is coming from the farm itself.
Like this time of year going into spring, we don't have a full range of vegetables, but as our garden gets going, but if we swap at the markets here, so VAR always like barters sausages for fresh vegetables, so we've been doing that, and she runs a hard bargain until our vegetable garden gets up and going. So we like to get coffee from the market as well, bread from the market, and whatever else we grow at home.
Now, to our viewers out there, naturally on the 24th of November, you've got an event on the farm. Tell everyone a little bit more about that and what they're going to expect.
So we launch our cider, and you can come and try our bacon beer as well, so that's pretty exciting. But we've actually got an international circus performer, Dennis Locke, who's just come back from Las Vegas. He spent 20 years performing at some of the best venues in the world. So he's done Sir James's Palace twice for the royal family. He's done the Letterman show, Late Show in New York, Las Vegas for the last 18 months, and he's just had a YouTube hit go viral. It's got 8.4 million views online, so we're really lucky to have him. He works a day for me at the farm now, and he's in his quieter life, so he's not meant to be doing his bubble show, I shouldn't say, but through
just
contract,
keep that on it. Just keep them
but he's going to do it for us at the farm, and we're really lucky to have him. And we've also got some live music, so it should be great.
So on the 24th, open till?
So it's 11:30 till 4. Sweet. Yep, and people can come and experience some of our food, try our new beverages, and see an amazing act and listen to some live music.
Great, awesome. If the bacon beer goes well, we might go a little bit longer.
Yeah, we'll see. Hope the weather looks after us.
And for everyone who's on Facebook right now, naturally you sell some beautiful pork products. What are your favourite products on show? What really shows off the pork?
I think it's like our chorizo and our bacon. We just like to keep everything really simple. But the pork and fennel sausages, which is just pork, fennel seed, salt and pepper. Our traditional pork has sage and marjoram, sometimes from the garden, just with salt and pepper. We don't like to overcomplicate what we do. We've also got some Shropshire lamb, a rare breed sheep here today, which is that we really introduced that into Tassie. So it's just presenting food really simply and not overcomplicating it.
Yeah, brilliant. Yep. And as well on the farm, you've got sheep, chickens.
Yep.
What else do you have? Or is that?
No, we've got rare breeds of cattle as well. We've got the traditional dairy shorthorn, which are a critically endangered breed, a bit like the pigs. So we like to support the rare breeds, and that's a dual purpose breed, and sort of nearly become extinct because It wasn't suited to intensive dairy farming, and it didn't have a big enough backside as a beef animal, but it's really tasty and delicious. So I thought with a small farm, it's important to support rare breeds. So yeah, you see that. We've got 2 really friendly and very fat dogs that welcome people at the farm, and we've got a cat and lots of ducks and chickens running around everywhere. But yeah, and some people sometimes.
Menagerie.
It is a menagerie. And I'd like to say it's all under control, but yeah. We've got a friendly rooster called George who has been following my gardener Jackie around the garden, and she feeds him slugs and snails. So you might find George. I've tried to get rid of him from the restaurant area, but he keeps on finding his way back.
It seems like this is a place you have to come and see it all happening at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. People can get a bit of an insight, I guess, by looking at our Facebook and Instagram, what we get up to on the farm. It's a very picturesque and beautiful, so yeah.
Perfect. Well, I can see the bacon's cooking behind, and that's making me hungry. So, mate, well done on everything which you're achieving and your company, and this vision of very much supporting endangered species and really giving them a shot and really highlighting about ethical farming as well. And that's what we're always here about at Harvest Launceston. One last question for you. We always ask our store holders why they love Harvest Launceston. For you, why do you love coming here?
I guess I've been fortunate. I was involved in the startup of the market, so I've seen it grow. I've seen pregnant bellies, and then I've seen the baby. I've seen that baby come and sample the product of the market. I've got to meet friends through the market. It's become part of the community, so I feel like Harvest Launceston has allowed me to meet so many amazing people and be part of the Launceston community. And it gives you an outlet. Like free-range pigs aren't really profitable unless you do them direct to the consumer. So it's actually given my business and a lot of other businesses an opportunity, and it's allowed for collaboration to happen amongst stallholders, and it's allowed Tasmanian food to actually be put on the tourist map as well. Previously it was really hard for tourists to come and experience it.
And that's the whole thing which we're finding. There's so many tourists who come down here and want to come to Harvest Launceston because of all the store holders, but also really about the passion which everyone provides to the consumer. And like you mentioned, people coming again and again and again, they become friends.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, it's it's a really nice. Like I was having a whinge about getting up at 4:30, but when you actually get here, you do love it.
You forget about it,
and you miss it when you go away. So
it's awesome. Well, mate, thank you so much for being on the show, guys. Please give guys company like Mount Gnomon Farm, please, on Facebook, and you're on Instagram as well.
Instagram,
beautiful,
absolutely.
And the website.
And the website, mountgnomonfarm.com.au, and that's where you can find information about our event.
Beautiful, guys. So go and support local farmers doing incredible things, mate. Thank you so much. You've got customers lining up right now. We've got to go and see some other people, so we'll see you soon. Thanks, mate. Now, guys, we've got live music here today through Mofo Sessions. They're setting up right over there. We're going to flick over there right now. I'm going to turn around so you can see them setting up. But also, we've got RSPCA here today. They've got a fundraiser in a couple of weeks' time called Paws and Claws, and I'm going to find Lindell over here. Lindell, how are you?
I'm well, how are you?
And a little bit of advertising right here as well.
Absolutely.
So, tell us, you are here today because you've got a fundraiser on the 24th?
24th of November.
Up at
the Country Club Villas up on Casino Rise. So it's called Paws and Claws, and it's a celebration of all things animals. So we want everyone to come along. The whole family, 4-legged family members included, are more
Everyone's
than welcome.
The whole family.
The whole shebang. Anyone.
The menagerie we were talking about over at the farm just then. So
no, we want people to bring their dogs along because Santa will be there for some Santa photos.
Excellent.
So we often have people come along in their, with their puppies in their finery, so they're all dressed up and ready to go with Santa. So we have some fabulous things. We've got some mini donkeys, we've got mini goats, we've got alpacas. We've got reptile rescue, we've got Buff the goat and Bacchus the sheep will be wandering around to say hello. We've also got canine search and rescue will be along, so people can come along and find out what they do, which is fantastic. What else have we got? Art for Paws, doggy art, dog agility. We've got a kids corner, we've got all sorts of stuff going on.
It's going to be all happening.
All happening.
So how long? What time does it open?
11 o'clock it starts.
Beautiful.
And it finishes at 3.
Great, excellent. And where can we find more information?
On our Facebook page, so on our events section of our Facebook page, we've got all the information there. So it's $5 for adults, and kids it's just a gold coin donation. So it just goes towards the work we do. And of course, we're always looking for volunteers. So if you would love to volunteer with the RSPCA, whether you'd like to come and help us with the animals, you can come and help us with events like Paws and Claws. We're more than happy for you to come along. You just need to get in touch with us down in Invermay and we can sign you up.
Beautiful, excellent. And is there a website or a Facebook page people can find out more information?
Yes,
as
it's
well, or-
RSPCA Tas at Facebook, and obviously RSPCA Tasmania, www.rspcatas.org.au, I believe, is our website.
Wonderful. Such a worthwhile cause, guys. So certainly, if you want more information, they're at Harvest Launceston today as well. Otherwise, it's been a pretty big show. So have a fantastic weekend, guys. It is actually going to be a beautiful day here today. We're not going to have snow. The wind's dying down, and we've actually got sun finally here in Tasmania. And to everyone out there, certainly all we ask is for you to give us a like and a share and really support our local store holders and producers. But otherwise, have a great weekend. We'll see you guys very soon, and next week we'll see another store holder as well. See you soon.